Hi there. Welcome to Auntie Anne's Story Time. Why don't you find a chair or find a nice pillow and lie on the floor and get comfortable, and we'll tell a story. I love books. I hope you do too. Are you ready to begin? Okay. Today's story is a very interesting story. Can you read that, Alex? The story is called The Paper Bag Princess. Oh my gosh, it must be a story about a little girl. And what else is it a story about? What's that coming through the doorway? Let's find out. So when I open this book, there's a page and it says, to Elizabeth. I guess whoever wrote this book wrote it for Elizabeth. Maybe one day you'll write a book and you can write it for somebody that you like very much as well. So here's the first picture. Oh my, what do you see? I see a princess. Oh, she's got a beautiful dress on and she's got little hearts. It looks like she's in love. And who's she looking at? Who do you think that is? Looks like he's a prince and he looks pretty busy. He's got little shoes on. Let's see what it says. Elizabeth was a beautiful princess. She lived in a castle and had expensive princess clothes. She was going to marry a prince named Ronald. She looks like she really loves Ronald. Unfortunately, what happened? A dragon smashed her castle, burned all her clothes with his fiery breath. And what did he do? He carried off Prince Ronald. Oh my, my. Boy, that's too bad. Elizabeth decided to chase the dragon and get Ronald back. She looked everywhere for something to wear, but the only thing that she could find that wasn't burnt was a paper bag. So she put on the paper bag and followed the dragon. He was easy to follow because he left a trail of burnt forests and horses' bones. Oh my, she doesn't look very happy, does she? Let's find out what happens next. Finally, Elizabeth came to a cave with a large door, and it had a big knocker on it. And she went, knock, 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 whoop, and a dragon stuck his nose out the door. Look at him. He's big. And he said, well, a princess. I love to eat princesses, but I've already eaten a whole castle today. I'm a very busy dragon. Come back tomorrow. He slammed the door so fast that Elizabeth almost got her nose caught in the door. Elizabeth was mad, and she grabbed the knocker and she banged on the door again. And the dragon stuck his nose out of the door and said, go away. I love to eat princesses, but I've already eaten a whole castle today. I'm a very, very busy dragon. Come back tomorrow. Wait, shouted Elizabeth. Is it true that you are the smartest and fiercest dragon in the whole world? What do you think the dragon said? Yes, said the dragon. I think Elizabeth has a plan. Is it true that you can burn up a whole forest, 10 forests with your fiery, fiery breath? Oh, yes, said the dragon, and he took a huge deep breath and breathed out so much fire that he burnt up 50 forests. Can you take a big, big breath and pretend you're the dragon? What happens next? Fantastic, said Elizabeth, And the dragon took another huge breath, and he breathed out so much fire that he burnt up another 100 forests. Magnificent, said Elizabeth. And the dragon took another huge breath. But this time, what do you think happened? Nothing came out. The dragon didn't even have enough fire left to cook a meatball. Oh, that's not very much breath. Now, what's Elizabeth going to do next? Elizabeth said, "Dragon, is it true that you can fly around the world in just 10 seconds? "Oh, yes," said the dragon, and he jumped up and flew away around the world in just 10 seconds. He was very tired when he got back, but Elizabeth shouted, "Fantastic! Do it again." Can you shout, "Fantastic! Do it again"? Well, what do you think happened? The dragon jumped up. He flew around the whole world in just 20 seconds, but when he got back, he was too tired to talk, and he lay down and went straight to sleep. Boy, she was smart, I think, to do that. Elizabeth's wondering, is he really asleep? She whispered very softly in his ear, "Hey, dragon." And the dragon didn't move at all. So she lifted up the dragon's ear and put her head right inside. And she shouted as loud as she could, "Hey, dragon!" Can you shout like that? "Hey, dragon!" Well, the dragon was so tired he didn't even move. I guess he was asleep. So Elizabeth walked right over the dragon, opened the door to the cage, and guess who was there? Who was there? Prince Ronald. He looked at her and he said, "Elizabeth, you're a mess. You smell like ashes, your hair's all tangled, you're wearing a dirty old paper bag. Come on back when you're dressed like a real princess." He didn't say thank you. That wasn't very nice. Well, what do you think Elizabeth said back to him? "Ronald, your clothes are really pretty. Your hair is very neat. You look like a real prince, but you know what? You're a bum." And they didn't get married after all. That's probably a good thing. I think the prince was a little spoiled. So that's the story of the paper bag princess. And that's the end of our story for today, but I have lots more stories to share with you. So I look forward to doing that, maybe tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Have fun. Why don't you go now and get a book that you love to read and share it with someone that you love. Bye.